Hi everyone, hope you're doing well with this material. I would like to discuss effective annual yield again. I mentioned it before that the effective annual yield is essentially the interest you earn in 1 year, regardless of how you compound. You figure out the interest you earn in 1 year divided by your original investment amount. And in this case, we have an interest rate of 9%. We're going to compound quarterly and compound continuously. Now, I'd like to do two things here. One, just simply work the problem, but two, also derive formulas for effective rate for compound interest and continuous compound interest. Okay, so looking at part A, if you compound interest quarterly for 1 year, some initial investment, principal P, will be multiplied by 1 plus your quarterly rate, and then there are 4 quarters in a year. Okay, so when you think about this, this is the amount you have in 1 year. So your interest in 1 year is the amount in 1 year minus your principal. Okay, so essentially that's this calculation. The effective rate, more aptly, effective annual rate, effective annual yield, is the interest in 1 year, so our previous calculation, divided by the principal. Now notice algebraically, the principal cancels from the numerator and the denominator, and you're left with this calculation, which if we follow through with our calculator, results in 0.09308, etc., or 9.308%. Okay, and then we could round however the problem tells us to do. But what I want you to notice here is that there's something consistent about the calculation. The time is 1 year. Okay, so this was times 1 year here. And this is your annual percentage rate here. This is how often you compound. Okay, so if you generalize this, your effective rate then would be always 1 plus your periodic rate to the n times 1 power minus 1. Okay, now likewise, if I go back and do this calculation continuously, the amount in 1 year is the principal times e to the rate time power. Time is always 1 year when you're calculating effective rate. So your interest in 1 year is your calculation for the amount in 1 year minus your principal. So by simple definition, your effective rate is your interest in 1 year divided by your principal. Okay, and then notice algebraically the p's cancel throughout, which gives you the calculation e to the 0.09 minus 1, or 0.09417, or roughly 9.417%. Okay, now if you're comparing same interest rate, then the compounded continuously should give you your highest effective yield. But I want you to be able to generalize. So let's look at it again in that regard. What we said was that it's the amount of interest you earn in 1 year divided by your principal. So your interest in this case is e to the r times 1. Okay, and the principal p e to the r minus 1 minus p, and then divided by the principal. So again, the interest, the amount you have in 1 year minus the principal, and then the effective rate, the interest divided by the principal, leaves you with the formula e to the r minus 1. So if you prefer a formula approach, you can memorize these. Otherwise, you can simply recalculate each time. Interest earned in 1 year divided by the principal.